Your engine.
News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290 and 98.3 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines because some of you will be allowed to go home who have been evacuated because of the Lolo Peak fire. Good morning, everyone. Montana Morning for Monday, August 21st, 2017. Sky is smoky and hazy. Mostly clear, though. We have 48 degrees in Missoula. There is an air quality alert until 9 o'clock this morning. Missoula and Frenchtown both reporting moderate air quality. Hamilton's unhealthy for a sensitive group. Seeley Lake, of course, continues to be hazardous. Our newscast this morning, sponsored by Dig It Excavating. They bring 30 years of excavation excellence to every job. Call 214-4292. Starting at 10 o'clock this morning, the following changes to evacuation areas in Missoula County will be in effect. This from the Facebook page from the Sheriff's Office. Highway 12 corridor from the intersection of U.S. Highway 12 and U.S. 93 Southwest to Lolo Creek Drive, about mile marker 27, not including Balsam Root Road, will be reduced to a warning status. Balsam Root Road will remain on an order status due to fire activity and the need for fire operations access. Highway 93 South corridor from the intersection of U.S. Highway 12 and U.S. Highway 93 South to Sun Valley Road off Old Highway 93 will be reduced to a warning status except for Highland Drive and Folsom Road. Still ongoing fire operations there. As a reminder, a resident pass will still be required for the Old Highway 93 South corridor south of Sun Valley Road. Passes can be obtained by calling Captain Bill Burt at 529-0430. National Guard troops now helping out with the Lolo Peak fire. The 155 soldiers who arrived Saturday are monitoring 35 security checkpoints south of Missoula, where an evacuation order is still in place. Now let's get to more about the Lolo Peak fire. I spoke with Fire Information Officer Jordan Copen on Sunday. He said the blaze has now consumed over 30,000 acres. The cost, over $20.4 million. He said Saturday's firefighting efforts helped prevent a major expansion of that fire towards Lolo.
It was on that northeast flank of the fire, and what we did was actually created what we call a catcher glove, basically a mitt, and we caught the fire from coming straight out of Mormon Creek drainage there, because that had a very high potential to get some steam and get going, and that could have came and threatened the whole town of Lolo.
Copen said he was discouraged, though, to see how few homeowners had created defensible spaces around their homes.
I went up to Mill Creek yesterday and did a couple interviews with some reporters. I was looking around and I still saw wood piles right up against people's houses. And then I saw another huge wood pile like 20 feet away from someone else's house. And it's just a wake-up call. It's like, come on, people, we need to be aware of our surroundings. We need to get rid of those fields around our homes.
Highway 12 reopened Sunday morning with pilot cars. The Lolo Peak fire, as of yesterday, was 30,765 acres with nearly 1,000 personnel assigned. 2 residences in the Upper Folsom Road area were burned late last week in the Lolo Peak fire. The homes were a total loss. Multiple outbuildings in the area also burned. The 2 affected homeowners who were notified. Missoula County Sheriff's Captain Bill Burt told me the number of evacuated families could actually be a new record.
I know there were, between the Highway 12 corridor and the Highway 93 corridor, it was in excess of 1,100 homes. Adrian Beck from OEM mentioned yesterday that she thinks this is the largest Missoula County evacuation that we've had, but I haven't actually looked at those numbers.
And I did speak with Adrian Beck. She said there have been several fires that have caused hundreds of evacuations.
We had the Black Mountain Fire in 2003 that resulted in a significant evacuation, as well as the Jocko Lakes Fire in 2007 when, again, we had to evacuate most of kind of the Seeley Lake area and heading on down into the Clearwater Valley.
Beck said the Smart 911 system has proven to be the best way for evacuees to get prompt information from fire authorities.
We're using that as a way of notifying people when their evacuation status changes. So if, for example, an evacuation order area turns into a warning and people are allowed to go back into their homes, we will notify them through that system as well.
According to the Missoula and Ravalli County Sheriff's Offices, of course, as we just mentioned, some of those folks will be allowed home. You'll see the information on that on our website, newstalkkgvo.com. Last Thursday, Missoula police walked in on a disturbing scene at a residence on Strand Avenue. According to police spokesman Travis Welch, they were following up on a warrant from last month.
At about 6 p.m., members of the Missoula Police Department presented a search warrant to a residence in the 1900 block of Strand Street in relation to a reported home invasion burglary that resulted in a stabbing on July 23rd of this year.
Police found evidence of murder and ended up arresting 2 young adults at the scene.
On entry, the officers discovered evidence of other crimes, including homicide. 2 individuals have been taken into custody as the investigation continues. They are identified as 23-year-old Tiffany Pierce and 26-year-old Augustus Standing Rock.
Standing Rock appears to have a history of violence. He was arrested when he was 21 for beating a man with a crowbar and then trying to stab him with a steak knife. 2 years ago, when he was on pre-release, he was accused of kicking and punching a police officer and tried to take him into custody for violating parole. More information about what police found in the home will be released today. The 2 individuals will be appearing in Missoula Justice Court at 2:30 this afternoon. The Montana Highway Patrol is telling drivers to expect traffic delays during the buildup of today's solar eclipse. The Billings Gazette reports that state troopers are focusing their attention on U.S. Highway 191 and U.S. Highway 20 between Belgrade and Island Park, Idaho, U.S. 287 and Montana Highway 87 between Three Forks and Island Park, Idaho, as well as roadways in West Yellowstone and Ennis. They're also asking drivers to take precautions to avoid sparking fires with their vehicles if they pull over to the side of the road to watch the eclipse. Much of Montana is experiencing various levels of drought. Well, today is the big day of the total solar eclipse. The only thing that could mar the event for the thousands of Missoulians who will be crowding parks to watch the event is the weather and the smoke. Meteorologist Luke Robinson with the National Weather Service office in Missoula told me about an hour ago that the weather should not hamper the view.
We are expecting what clouds we have now to be moving out of the area well ahead of when we expect the eclipse to begin. So we should be looking at mostly clear skies throughout the region. One thing that might hinder some of the viewing will be the amount of smoke that will be in the area, and that's really going to be dependent on where you're located in relation to the current wildfires. Robinson provides the timeline for optimum viewing of the eclipse here in Missoula. The partial eclipse will begin here in Missoula at 10:15 a.m., and we'll see the time of maximum is 11:31 a.m., and then it will end at 12:55 p.m. The only other impediment would be wildfire smoke, which could get in the way of a good view in the Missoula Valley, but forecasters are saying shouldn't be a problem. But remember, use that protection, all right? Get one of those glasses or make a pinhole viewer or watch it on TV, right? Finally, Montana's seasonally adjusted unemployment rate held steady at 3.9% during July. Governor Bullock said more Montanans are at work, wages are increasing, and manufacturing is growing. State's seen an increase of 5,200 jobs since July of last year. The national unemployment rate down by 0.1 percentage point to 4.3% in July. North Dakota had the lowest unemployment rate in the country at 2.2%, followed by Colorado at 2.4%. There you go. Lots of help wanted signs out there. News Talk time now, 6:13.
News Talk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Most, if not all of us, will see a little bit of smoke this morning. Gentle lifting in the afternoon. High will be right around 86 in the Missoula area. We'll have clear conditions for watching the solar eclipse. I'm meteorologist Matt Gray for the NBC Montana Severe Weather Alert.